There's no excuse for allowing a $3,000 laptop to fall into a state of neglect where there's more ball cheese than there is plastic. There's also no excuse for MSI to use such cheap plastic to house what was, 9 years ago, some of the most powerful hardware you could put into a laptop. But it wouldn't be MSI if it didn't have multiple serious issues, though they might have to rebrand as MCA due to this laptop being the subject of multiple class actions. Because when this laptop was announced, MSI stated the GPU would be upgradable to the next generation, but it wasn't, so they got sued. Then, when the real MSI build quality became evident across their entire line of laptops and the hinges started breaking, a problem that still exists 9 years later, they got sued again. Now, I can only assume this issue is the main reason the previous owner tossed this into the recycling bin where I found it. And you can assume my issue is mental, because I'm gonna try to revive it to see if the most defective laptop that's ever lived is still capable of gaming today, and if it's worth spending the money on to bring it back to its former glory, or shame. Because even today, the hardware remains as impressive as the model number, which is the MSI GT72S 6QF Dominator Pro G 29th Anniversary Edition. And it packs an unlocked i7-6820HK, a modular GTX 980 GPU, a Blu-ray drive, 4 NVMe slots and a unique RAID adapter, an HDD slot, 6 USB slots, a USB-C, an HDMI port, a display port, a 4K display, if this actually had one, more audio jacks than I can count, and an amazing cooling system with adjustable fan settings. All put together by a company that consistently cuts so many corners, they can turn a square into a circle. So join me in my biohazard-filled journey as I explore this thick time capsule and try to figure out if it's worth investing in to do some old gaming, or if I should give up on it like MSI did when selecting the materials to build it with.
Oh boy.
Sticky icky.
Yeah. The good news is I don't have to clean the display because there is none.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the great news. So what I did, I dove headfirst into the pile at Trident because I saw this and I said, what the heck is this doing in a recycling bin? They got a pallet of trash and this was in it. So what we want to do is see if I can, first of all, turn this on, see if we can get it working, and see if we can use it for something. And it might be worth to replace the screen, who knows? But this is actually an iBuyPower. It's somebody help me out here. It says MSI right here, but then it also says iBuyPower 801. It's an I-Series 801.
Maybe they fuse themselves like Dragon Ball Z.
I fuse myself with you.
Yes.
Every night.
It's not true.
It's not true at all, no. You're sick. You're sick. So let's not glaze over the fact that it has gaming laptop disease, which comes in the form of scrotal flakes. Okay, let's see if this thing turns on. Luckily, this thing takes a Dell charger, so it's one of these like the fat barrel plug. Charger. So let's plug in that charger. And HDMI, of course, because we have no screen. Come yonder. What?
Oh.
What was it?
That did not sound... Oh, that screen.
Wow, BIOS is... Okay, so the date's wrong, obviously. What were you doing in 2016?
Well...
It's not what, it's who, right?
Yes, exactly.
Nice. Okay, so no SSD in here. Wow, it has a lot of SATA. 2 SSDs and a bunch of SATA ports, so that's interesting. Well, that's nice. It boots. So let's take it apart. Let's turn it off and I guess put a drive in this thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Is the camera picking that up?
I hope so.
Where's our mat?
It's tough to keep track of things in my busy repair shop, from scheduling appointments or providing a summary of a consultation, to reminding myself to order more laptops during a busy week. I try to take notes on my phone, but by the time I find it, unlock it, find the app, open it, and start typing, I already forgot what I was trying to remember. And if I try to do voice commands, it somehow ends up trying to order a pizza or giving me directions to Mars. So when PLAUD reached out to me about their AI NotePin, I was intrigued, because this tiny pill-shaped device transcribes conversations with the press of a button and summarizes them into a template of your choosing. There are over 20 professional summarization templates, and you can customize your own to suit your specific needs, like one that gives me a summary of a complex repair job or consultations. And with 112 languages being supported, transcriptions will always be crystal clear. It even has voice print recognition thanks to its advanced AI, which means once a particular voice is labeled as Andy, future recordings will automatically identify you as Andy. This is helpful when I'm having a conversation in the noisy shop that I know I'll forget 10 minutes later. Even more more helpful is Ask AI, which, upon request, will search and find information from past recordings or summaries with the ability to turn them into conclusions, key metrics, to-do lists, etc. It can also merge audio clips into one and automatically detect and delete a voice you'd like to mute. Now, the audio data on PLAUD Note is initially stored offline on a storage chip in the device. When files are transferred to a phone, they're saved only on the user's phone. If the user opts to utilize AI services, then the data is securely encrypted and uploaded to global leading cloud service providers located in the user's region, including Google Cloud and AWS. On top of that, it's not some ugly distraction that ruins your drip or draws attention away from your beautiful face. It's a tiny device that can be worn all kinds of different ways thanks to its compact pill-shaped design. You can wear it as a pin, clip, lanyard, or wristband, and pair it up to different outfits and scenarios, like an interview, lecture, or during a complicated repair like I'm doing here. All in all, the NotePin has genuinely made my days run smoother inside and outside the shop, and I really wish I found it sooner. So don't make the same mistake. Go ahead and check it out for yourself by clicking the link in the description and the pinned comment.
This is what we do on Christmas Eve, because the YouTube algorithm never sleeps. What the heck? Somebody put the screw inside instead of outside.
Oh my god.
You see that?
That was the worst technician that's ever worked.
Yup. Okay. Okay. Where am I gonna pry?
That's what she said.
I'm scared of damaging this perfectly.
Non-damaged
Oh.
computer.
I hope the clips don't go in the front. Okay, looks like I'm lucky.
My clips don't lie.
Summer clips don't lie.
That's one of the best Britney Spears songs I ever heard in my life, dude.
Holy shit! Cutting all this. All right, first thing, I'm gonna disconnect that battery because I don't want to fry anything. This is interesting. Have you ever seen one of these?
Yeah, right now.
Same. So this is a 2-slot to single slot NVMe adapter, I think.
Wow.
So that's 4 slots, my dude.
Wow. This is 2015?
16.
16?
you just say a different year every time we talk about it. So there's 4 slots, 4 NVMe slots that operate in RAID. So obviously the first thing we want to do, right, is to install an NVMe to see if the thing even works. Oh, I didn't even see how much RAM was in here. Oh dear, a 4 GB stick of 2133p.
Holy crap!
It does have 4 slots. The other slot for the RAM is underneath it, which is not good. I don't want to have to dig apart. And I think we do have an 8 GB 2133 in the drawer of RAMs.
You ever heard of RAM Jam?
No. You ever heard of Toe Jam and Earl?
No.
Ah, 16 gig. Woo! 16 gig.
2133?
2133, baby.
Wow.
So you know what? Let's put both of them in there. How about that?
That's like putting a V8 in a Tesla. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know a guy. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna plug that battery back in because first of all, look how beefy that battery connector is.
I've seen beefier.
And the battery's not removable. Like you have to remove the whole case, it looks like, to get to the battery. So I'm surprised it's not swollen.
Well, there it is.
Aha! 1 and 3 must be on the back, and we are 2 or 4. Okay, perfect. So we have 20 something gigs. All right, 2 terabyte NVMe and Windows 11. So we burned Windows 11 with Rufus, and we did it so it bypasses the TPM check. All right, so a crucial P whatever I don't care. You guys don't care. No one cares. What do we have? 500 gig? Oh, it's not. I thought it was a 2 terabyte.
Help me, Jesus.
Jesus can't help you. We're in.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So technically, right, you could have 4 NVMEs in here, and you can have 2 SATA HDDs or SSDs, even though you only have 1 connector, so I'm curious where that connector goes. I have so many questions about this, but I really do think this thing is cool as hell, minus the fact it's absolutely disgusting and it was obviously not taken care of. Let's test this puppy out.
Is it me or,
Yes.
All right.
Oh wait, we need a keyboard and mouse.
Do we?
I'm gonna type with my mind. I found a new hat.
Your itty little beady R's.
Okay, now that my workout's complete. So I don't have internet. No one ever has internet during the setup. Oh, shout out to Rufus, man.
Roof.
Skipping all that BS nonsense.
It said user, and I said
I
no.
love Lupe. We need to go home, dude.
I got some lechon waiting for me when I get home.
I got some bitchos waiting for me when I get home. We are in. The most important thing I need to do.
Hell yeah. Ain't no computer Nick Cannon party until It's an can party.
Whatever words you're saying, I agree with. Well, how long have we been here, Lupe?
30 minutes so far.
And we are 11% done downloading the NVIDIA graphics driver.
That's the most important one.
Because our internet here at Salem Techsperts, inside the subway location in Salem, Massachusetts, is dog shit. That's the internet tier. If you go into the business plan on Comcast, you can see it says dog shit tier, and that's the one we have. So I have to abandon this video right now because it's Christmas Eve and it is 6:30, and I'm keeping poor Lupe away from his wives,
Lechon.
his girlfriends, and his lechon. And I'm away from my wife and my 6 kids. So you guys are gonna see this in 1 second. So the transition is gonna be like this. And we're back. It's been about a month. It is the 18th of Saturday, January 2026. I'm from the future. And so now it's time to test this bad boy. We're gonna test it playing Counter-Strike. All right, just gonna turn it on here. Now I figured this way we can actually test the temperatures realistically. I do believe this thing is overheating. Let's see, it took us 4 hours yesterday to download Counter-Strike too. So that's nice. Now before I do anything, I'm not touching that shit. So I'm gonna put on gloves.
What do you think that is?
Come. All right, we got an intro. That's good. Okay, let's check our downloads. I'm pretty sure we downloaded the latest one. We didn't. Fuck my balls. Shit my tits. Who knows? Pick up where you left off. Who fucking asked you? Oh man, how long is this gonna take to download? We don't have time. Oh my god. 700 megabytes is gonna take like an hour, dude. 3 minutes left.
I smoke heroin.
Yeah, you know what gets me up? Viagra. Those gas station dick pills.
Rhino pill.
The rhino pills, yeah. You'll be the king of the jungle all night. You may notice we also took the Lano cooler out from underneath the computer because I want to get a accurate reading of how hot this thing gets when it's gaming. So I'm putting it flat, just like it would be on a desk. It's flat. I'm expecting it to overheat.
Is it you or late at night if you're watching like TikTok, the weirdest shit comes on?
Dude, honestly, I don't watch TikTok.
Or just like shorts in
I don't
general.
watch shorts. Maybe your algorithm is affected by what time it is.
Do you want to see girls shaking their asses?
I was gonna say, probably like porn is probably big at night for obvious reasons. Oh, my wife's in bed. I'm gonna look at anime titties. Who we kidding? None of those guys are married. They married their body pillow. My waifu. Losers.
Oh, there it is, baby.
Well, this is interesting. I'm gonna do the temp monitor with HW info. Shift mode. We're in comfort. Shift, like we're driving a Lamborghini. Let's go to sport mode. Can we click?
That's the Hellcat version right there.
That's the Hellcat, yes. Why can't I click sport mode? How do I enable sport mode? I wanna drive. Ah, sport mode. Okay, sport mode. Cool, we have our temp monitor on. The CPU package doesn't look hot at all. I mean, this actually is looking pretty good. Our CPU is at 43 idling. It hit 75 when it was under load. 77, I guess, under load. GPU is only at 40 degrees C, and it hit 40.7, so that's normal. Everything's good. Everything's looking good. But I doubt it's going to continue to look good when we start playing Counter-Strike. Excellent. We're at about 2 FPS, which is good. Should we just try to play? It put everything on high.
That's nice.
That's the okay, you know what? I'm not gonna touch it. This is what it thinks. This is what the game thinks I should have. Holy shit. Dude, this is actually decent. Wow, this is loud. These speakers are pretty nice. Oh, this mouse is terrible. I'm gonna blame the mouse for all my missed shots. Jeez, I need to turn the sound down. Oh yeah, now you feel the lag. We're at 50, we're bouncing around 50 FPS right here. We got down to 20 right there. Overall, not bad though. I'm curious what the temps are. Oh, imagine. Woo! Look, I got smoked, son. We're doing pretty decent here. What did our temps get to? GPU got to 88. Damn, with a hotspot of 102. That's not good. CPU got to 100C, which is not good. Average was 91C. That's also not good. So you know what I'm gonna do, Lupe? I'm gonna repaste this baby. We're gonna repaste this thing. This video is about to be 6 hours longer. I'm gonna repaste this to see if this machine that was in the bottom of a recycling bin could actually be a usable gaming machine, minus the radioactive gooch dust that's on there, the recycled ball cheese. Right there. Yeah, I can't get over that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's do it. Let's do this. Be very gentle with this.
She's an old gal.
She's an old one. Yeah, that's hot. All right, first things first, let's disconnect that battery. This is a weird battery. I remember this from a month ago. Look at that. You can't even disconnect it with a spudger. It's hot.
That's what she said.
Oh, Jesus.
It's the AI.
The power button's getting pressed. What is that noise? Something's stuck in the fan. That's gonna be fun to find out. How do we get started with this one, buddy?
That's a good question.
There are numbers. Fans out first. What? Well, that was what was in the fans.
What was it? Screw?
No, it was
Oh,
the label for something.
that'll do it.
That'll do it. So this comes out first. Ugh. Well, that goes here. And this one. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, these pads are screwed. That's why this thing's getting to 90 degrees Celsius, man.
Yes.
These pads are fudged. Look at that paste. Oh, man. Well, let's get to work. So this is the plan. These, I don't have enough thermal putty for everything, so I'm running low on thermal putty, as you can see here. So what I'm gonna do is I prioritized what silicone was completely garbage and what wasn't. These are still a little wet, giggity, whereas everything you see that's in blue, that was dry as hell. Also, these were super, super dry, so I'm gonna try to use the putty. I'm gonna prioritize the putty. I'm gonna put the putty on these guys right here, and then if there's anything left, I'm gonna try to put it on these guys. But these are priority right now. Oops, sorry, these are priority right now. That's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna clean off the CPU, the CPU, GPU, and then dust everything out. So we'll be back shortly. Well, that was exhausting. So I was able to almost get every single chip covered on here, the ones that I wanted. So all the VRAM is covered. This one's not covered as much as I want it to be, but you know, we'll see how that goes. I did leave, so all the up siren is gone. I'm just kidding, you did well. I did leave some thermal pads on here, the ones that were still good, so these three are gonna stay on there. Those are for the 3 chips I left uncovered right there. And of course I forgot to scrape off the old thermal paste on here, so I'm gonna actually go out back right now, and we're gonna dust out this nonsense, and then we're gonna be good to go and see what these temps are. And we play Counter-Strike! Walk with me. Okay, the dust has been dusted. It's looking as beautiful as ever, as you can see.
Wow. No.
Yeah, it could have been done better, but you know what? I had to get out of there. I heard the cops coming. Defiling a corpse. But look at this, dude. That has been on there for so long. It's scorched the middle of the heatsink. It did it on both the GPU and the CPU. The CPU's worse. But, I mean, this guy never maintained this computer. You can see that clearly. But it's up to me now to resurrect it. We're gonna use some AMEC. I'm not gonna use the PTM because it's too expensive for this. I don't know if this thing is gonna last, so I don't wanna waste my money. I already wasted money on the up siren. I'm gonna use AMEC, which if you've seen my video, is almost as good as PTM 7950. And it's very cheap, very affordable. Yes, but you know what we'll do? I'm gonna do this.
Spread it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna spread it out. Spread it out.
You do with your finger to say fuck you to the people.
Then lick it.
Yeah.
Taste test. This one I didn't do too bad, but still too much. That came out way faster than I thought it was gonna come out.
That's what she said.
Yeah, did she though?
Yeah, man.
Okay, whatever you say, bud. Too much is better than too little. Always remember that, folks. All right, we're making progress here. I'm making the camera angle very difficult for Lupe.
Yes.
I dare say we are looking good, Lupe. I did not clean the fans because screw it, I don't care. What I mean by it's looking good is it looks like the VRAM is making contact with the heatsink, which means I did use enough and I didn't use too little, because that's the thing with the thermal putty. If you use too little, it's not gonna make contact. and you're gonna have a bad time. So I am happy with this. I have faith that we are going to lower these temperatures, and maybe, just maybe, this computer will be salvageable.
Tenemos fe.
How's this go? Got it. Yeah, use those muscles, baby. Ow. I'm fine. That's fine.
Voila.
Look at that.
Sexy me.
That's beautiful. Look at those. Oh, we're selling these. They're $20. $20. We cut the price on these. We're just trying to get rid of them. Holy crap, we are down to 27 degrees Celsius.
Dang.
What's the GPU at? 33 degrees Celsius. Let's do some counter forces.
All right.
I don't expect to see much of an FPS increase, but I do expect to see it a little more stable. Whereas before we were hitting 100 degrees Celsius, and the GPU was hitting 88, which was absolutely insane. My skill is not indicative of how good this computer is running. So it's definitely all over the place still, but it's not clearly as bad as it was. He came for seconds. Oh god, I deserve to die here. Shut up. Okay, we've done enough testing. What are we at? CPU 57 degrees. It maxed out at 66, dude. 66. The GPU, we were at 88 before, 68.3.
Wow, big difference.
Perfect. Beautiful, and the hotspot was only 82. That is very good. That's an improvement. Now, how do we get Counter-Strike to play like it should? I mean, the devs can't even get Counter-Strike to play like it should, but let's try to get it to play as best it can on this computer. So let's escape. And this thing is quiet. I just want to emphasize that. Even without, I mean, I know all you can hear is gunshots. Can I touch something with a blood clot? But the fans are not kicking on like I thought they would have, which is good. So temps are good. We got that under control. Let's disconnect from this video. Current values. Let's do, what, medium?
Medium.
Medium. Let's hop back in, see what happens. It's definitely smoother. Obviously it looks terrible, but if you're playing Counter-Strike on this computer, you're desperate. I wonder if there's a way to get them more consistent though. I'm sure you guys know. I mean, I'm seeing the number 60 and then I'm seeing 120 flashing up in the top left. So, I mean, oh god, that guy's gonna kill me. Clearly there's it's bouncing around for some reason. Oh geez, what a whiff. That guy sucks too, though. Woo! So CPU is maxing out at like 60%, but it looks like it's not taking advantage of the hardware like it should. Is that a CS thing, I wonder? Oh yeah, this is way more playable though. I'm dog shit, but this is way more playable. So what have we learned today, audience? We have learned that if this computer was built better, and it wasn't an MSI computer, with the notorious hinge problems that they've had since God knows when. I would argue MSI's hinges are worse than HP's at this point, but we have learned that if this computer was better built in terms of build quality, this thing might still be in somebody's hands that's using it, and not at the bottom of a e-waste facility where I have to dumpster dive to get in there. But this is the part you've all been waiting for. We need to clean it. Well, that was disgusting. But what should I do with it now? The battery works, it's not overheating anymore. It can play certain games, right? Like older games. I'm sure it might be able to play some newer games. How much does the screen cost? Come over here. Sit on daddy's lap. I'll never say that again. So I did find the screen on eBay. It was about $90 or best offer. So I will, of course, offer him $1 and tell him I'm the greatest technician that's ever lived. And then, I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. But what should I do? Should I actually pay, like what, $70 he'll probably accept for this to refurbish it? Do I have to pay shipping? Yeah, I have to pay shipping. Do you think it's worth $70? And remember, I added a 2 terabyte NVMe in there. 1 terabyte? Who knows? There's an NVMe in there. Who cares? And you can add 3 more NVMEs and then 1 more HDD or SSD if you choose to. I think you can add like 14 terabytes in this thing, and it can take a stupid amount of RAM. And it has a DVD drive.
Blu-ray.
It's a Blu-ray drive, that's right. Yeah, it's a Blu-ray drive. So let me know in the comments, what do you think I should do with this thing? Should I just put it up on sale on the website now, like it is? Or should I refurbish it? And if so, what do I even sell this thing for? Because this is gonna be a tough sell. It's also missing whatever key went right there. I don't even want to touch this keyboard right now. While it's drying whatever the hell I just scraped off of it. But let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.